A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Chase. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase, he's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of will.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Bills at 9-6 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. To the air, Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Holding, offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
He gets this one to Boyd. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down, here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Again, it's Burrow. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Burrow will throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The left side caught by Diggs. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Right back to Singletary on second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. What would you do best? Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Automatic first down.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they go play action now. Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to extend their lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And now out come the Bills. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Completes it to Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Hines. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's tough to play zone defense where they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on second down.
Burrow throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Allen. He's got a man complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
On 1st down, Allen. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Burrow. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. To the air again, Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Allen going to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1st down. Here's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Again, it's Burrow. He hits Beasley right side.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Burrow will throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Mixon on the toss right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Pirine is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Hines. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Allen now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Open. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And Diggs has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Allen to throw once more. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. One final try here for Allen. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, 27 yards. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now, I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field is, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And that's good for a gain of 6. That brings up 35 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
On 1st down, Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. From the 35 on second down, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And again, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Pass interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He'll check this down to Hines.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
On 2nd and goal, Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Allen, got to have this one. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Gabriel Davis from 8 yards out. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And then cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Inside handoff to Mixon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Mixon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for Cincinnati, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.